Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Treasure Tribe's September New Stylist Training. My name is Christy Goodman. I'm a company vice president here at Park Lane and have been around for about 4.5 years. I am so excited to share with you some of my top tips to get your business off strong. Now, here's the thing. This training is applicable whether you are brand spanking new, just signed the dotted line today, or if you are thinking to yourself, you know what, I'd like to re-engage. I'd like to restart my business. Maybe it's been several months, 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. And you're like, you know what, this recession is starting to impact my family, or I want to be prepared in case it does. You can use the tips I'm going to share tonight to help you regardless. That is one of the beauties of this business that I have fallen in love with, is it is kind of wash, rinse, repeat. The skills that you will learn are actually used whether you are brand new or whether you are 14 years in like myself. So I'm excited to share with you a little bit about Park Lane. So I've got some notes actually. So if you see me look down and up, I am actually looking at notes to make sure I do not miss anything. What I first want to start out by sharing is you may have joined this business thinking, you know what, this story's cute. This might be fun. That was kind of my story. What I want you to know is that there is a huge opportunity here at Park Lane Jewelry. I joined the company, like I said, 4.5 years ago, but I got into the business about 14.5 years ago. And I joined because the jewelry was cute. But once I got in and I started seeing what it entailed, I fell in love with it. I had another business or another job. I was in corporate America, 2 little kids. They were 18 months and 5 years old. And I was super busy, had no business doing something else. Okay. But something intrigued me and it looked fun. So my first month I went out and did 2 parties. I did a launch like what was suggested. I did another party. And that month in those 2 parties, I think it was like a 2-week period, 3-week period, I earned $750. And I thought, wow, okay. Number 1, that was fun. Number 2, that's like really money. That's like budget changing money. And I thought, okay, maybe I could do a little bit more. So I started tuning into the trainings and I did a little bit more. And I kept tuning into the trainings and I did a little bit more. I didn't know anything about the business. What I will share with you now is I've done this full time for probably about 13.5 years. And it has absolutely changed my entire life. So you don't know until you know what you've gotten into. And we just hope that you see a big vision here at Park Lane Jewelry. Once you get a taste of it and see what's possible for you and you start noticing what others are accomplishing, because that was something that was really important to me, or that I took notice of, what other people were doing. I was like, oh, I had no idea this was possible. So we're really, really excited for you to be here. And we're more excited that you may not know where it's going to take you. Let me share a few fun facts about Park Lane Jewelry that I think you're going to love. First of all, we just celebrated our 67th birthday. We are the largest and longest standing direct sales company within the business. And that is something to be proud of. Sometimes people think that when they get into this business, they want to get in with a startup. I've been there, done that. I have tripled my income since being at Park Lane Jewelry in 4.5 years. And I'll tell you right now, I love nothing more than being with a company that has been around for decades and has truly experienced everything, including a pandemic, and thrived. So it's something that you can take note of and be prideful of, that we are debt-free. We are cash rich. Park Lane owns every aspect of our business. And so we are truly a standalone. And that is something that is very rare, but it allows Park Lane to put more money in our pockets as stylists than most other companies can, because they're younger. Our compensation plan has not changed in over 30 years. There have only been additions to it that help impact us in a positive way. And so lots of startups, lots of companies that don't have that kind of traction do have lots of changes. And it is one of the things you can stand really proud of, is that our compensation plan is one of the best around. and it's been the same for years, decades. Okay. So that's really fun. So, all right. I want to now get into some of the tips and suggestions about what we suggest doing when you join the company first thing. Okay. So, first things first, you probably by now have received a text message from our greater leader. Her name is Tish Mefford. You will receive lots of information from her. She has the largest and fastest growing team within Park Lane Jewelry. She's actually my big sister. But she sends you guys a text message with a link to our app, our team's app called Boards. Okay, it's our Treasure Tribe board. You should have received a text message. If you have not received one, there is a pinned post at the top of this page, and you just click that link, download the app, and you will love this app. This app has all of our team's training on it at the click of a button. So it is the first thing that I like stylists to do, because it's where you're going to be able to go to get 90% of your resources. You will truly be able to self-help yourself, which also makes this business duplicatable, because what happens so often is you get started doing it. A best friend, a cousin, a mom, maybe one of your first shoppers at your launch party, you're like, that's cute. I respect her. I might want to do that too. And you can go, we have this amazing team app, and we just click on it and everything is there. So hold on. My daughter is calling me. Let me decline this call real quick. Beauty of working from home. Okay. So in our Boards app, once you access that and download it, there is the first folder that says New Stylist Training or New Stylist Start Here. You're going to want to click on that click on that folder. Within that folder, we have actually broken training down into your first 48 hours, your first 7 days, your first 14 days, your first 30 days, and your first 60 days. We have tried to make it very easy for you to just have everything right there to tell you exactly what to do. Now, one of the first things I like for people to do is in the first 48 hours, there is something that we call your glam plan. Okay. There is a PDF under the first 48 hours folder that has this glam plan. You can print it, you can access it there, and it is just literally everything you need to do. Okay. So it's all right there, easy for you. There's also a couple of welcome videos as you walk through the steps of the New Stylist Training board. There's a couple of welcome videos from Tish Mefford, our fearless leader. There is a video from Company Vice President Ali Santano, who tells you how to use the Boards app. And then once you get into the first 7 days, there is actually a New Stylist Training video that I encourage all of you to listen to, even after you've listened to this. So those are just a few of the first resources that I want you to know you have available to you at your fingertips that will be priceless. The other things that are in Boards, besides just our New Stylist Training and literally walking you through your first 60 days, there are also how-to videos. How to create a party in the back office, how to find the shopping link for the hostess to shop, how to close your party, how to order the hostess rewards, how to do a return. All of those things are in our are in our back office tech training in a folder that says back office tech training. So you will have that available to you at any time at the click of a button. There are also tons of graphics. We have a photo bank in our app where we have stylists and stylists that create graphics for our team. You will be blown away at the resources right there for you. There are also our online party scripts and Boards. And so you can utilize Boards to schedule, to pull the posts into Facebook and schedule through Facebook Scheduler. All of our scripts are in there as well. There are also words on how to book your first few parties. All right. And there are, I've already shared with you, print your glam print, excuse me, your glam plan. So as you can see, there are many resources within our Boards app. And that's why I spend a good 10 minutes talking about it, because I want you to know everything that's there, and it gives you a structured place to make sure you're getting everything accomplished. Okay, so welcome to boards and welcome to our treasure tribe. All right, next thing, guys, I want you all to get your launch party scheduled. Okay, my suggestion and our company's suggestion is to schedule the launch within your first 7 to 10 days of clicking that button and becoming a stylist. We want you to have success right out of the gates. There's no reason to overthink it. Your sponsor most likely will help you do your launch party. And so if you have not scheduled that right now, I want you to pinky promise me that before this video is over, you will get out your calendar with your sponsor and schedule your launch party within the next 7 to 10 days. You also will earn back your investment by doing that launch party. I'm going to share our goals actually for your launch party, but most of our new stylists earn back their investment within that launch. You are also going to get hostess credits because when you do a launch party, you are not only the hostess, you are the stylist. And so you're double dipping. You get commission and you get the hostess credits. So that is an incredible way to earn back your investment and to get extra credits to add to your display. All right. So that's another reason you want to do the launch. Also, guess what? Your friends are going to see the jewelry and they're going to want to book a party because the jewelry is darling. And what you're going to do and your sponsor's going to do is help them build a big list during their party to where they're like, I don't want to get all this. I would like to do a party too. So those are the reasons I want you to get that launch party booked immediately so that you feel all of those good things in the first 7 to 10 days of starting your business. Now, I'm going to tell you something though, and this is something I really want you to take note of. One of my biggest suggestions is, regardless of the way you want to do this business, because here's the beauty, it is your business, your way. But I am sharing with you these success tips because you don't know what's possible until somebody lets you know what's possible. So if you'll follow these steps, I promise you that you will have more success than you ever dreamed you possibly could. So before the execution of the launch, your sponsor is going to help you get your launch going. My suggestion is reach out and book 2 to 3 parties that will be executed after your launch. So you've got those parties dated. Let me just tell you, when you've got those additional parties on your calendar, you feel like $1 million. It is so exciting. You feel like you made a great decision. And so my suggestion is to all of my new stylists to get 2 to 3 parties dated prior to you even doing the execution of your launch. There are words to say to book your first parties in boards. If you go to, let me tell you really quickly, I'm going to go to my boards app so I can share this with you guys. If you go into the boards app and you go to new stylist training and you go to the first 7 days, there is a place that says reach out to your top 10. When you click on it, there are sample words to say. And guess what? We even put sample words to say when somebody says, no, they can't do it. It gives you the words as to what to respond back with. Of course, you might personalize it, make it a little bit more of what you would say, but all of the resources are there. Okay. I will share with you in just a minute who I suggest reaching out to get those first 2 to 3 parties booked prior to your launch party. Okay. So guess what? I've got some goals for you for your launch because I want you to come out of the gates feeling amazing about the business that you just joined. So I would love for you to get 10 orders. You know why? We have the most generous hostess program. Let me share with you how our hostess program works. At Park Lane, our hostesses get paid in free jewelry per order. All right. So it's $20 per order until the party hits 10 orders. Once the party hits 10 orders, the hostess receives $40 per order. So it goes from $20 to $40. So when you hit 10 orders, it's $400 in free jewelry. In addition, our hostesses get 4 half-price pieces, and they get a thank you item, which is any item up to $200 for $30. Now, our parties have to be a minimum of $300 net sales. Those are commissionable sales. But if it is, the hostess gets all of those things. In addition, I want you to know that when you have customers book parties from their friend's party, the original hostess gets additional thank you items when she goes and shops her next friend's parties. So, for example, Julie is my hostess. Julie's friend Amy shops Julie's party and she decides to book a party. Amy's like, I love this story. I want to do a party like Jamie. Okay. Or did I say Julie? I think I said Julie. I want to do a party like Julie. So when Amy has her party, Julie gets any item up to $200 for $30. So guess what? This is what we call a booking claim or a booking claim opportunity. No, the words are skipping me, but it's when a customer books from a hostess's party, the original hostess get extra thank you items. And so it is an incentive for your hostess to help you to get her friends to book. She gets extra credits. So you want to be sure and tell her this. So there are lots of things that you as a hostess get when you are the hostess of your launch party. And so 10 orders is my goal for all my new stylists because you're going to max out the hostess program. Okay. Get the most extra jewelry for giveaways, for your display, etc. My goal is to get you $1,000 in sales with those 10 orders. You know why? That's about $300 in commission. So who wouldn't want that? That's going to pay for, if you did kit number 1, that was $99, or kit number 2 for $229, that is going to pay it back. You're going to have some cash in your pocket. That feels good. So $1,000 in sales. I want you to have a couple of parties, 2 or 3 parties booked from that launch because your friends fell in love with it. Okay. And I also want you to have one of your friends, 2 of your friends go, I think I might want to do this with you, because guess what? When one of your friends, 2 of your friends join, we get them started and they have $1,000 in sales as well, which we will help you do that. You promote to our first level. It's called branch director, and you give yourself a permanent 5% pay raise. So nothing makes us happier than fast tracking our newest stylist to branch director. So you are now going from 30% in commission to 35% in commission. That is a beautiful thing. So those are my goals for you at your launch party. So I want to share with you now what Park Lane has as a success formula. Okay. We suggest doing 5 parties in your first 5 weeks. Okay. The reason is many things. Let me share them with you. Number 1, when you do 5 parties, and guys, let me just backtrack real quick. That's your launch party. Remember, I suggested having 2 or 3 booked before. Let's say you had 2, that's 3. And then we get a couple booked from your launch, and then we have 5. Okay, that's perfect. Maybe you do your launch, but you have 3 that you booked prior to your launch, and then you have 1 or 2 we booked from the launch party. That's at 6. So now you can see why all the things I have shared make sense. Okay, but when you do 5 parties, let me tell you what will happen to you in your business. Number 1, you're going to be a pro. You're going to totally work out all the kinks, because trust me, I still forget the name of this. I don't know the name of this necklace. I know this is the Drake. I know these are the rodeo. I don't know what the name of this says. You are going to learn after you do so many parties. You're going to work out all the kinks because you're going to have them and nobody cares. Okay. That's the first thing. Number 2, you're going to make money. And you're going to qualify, which is what we consider $1,000 in sales. And we love to get all of our stylists what we consider qualified. You will definitely in 5 parties be qualified, and then some. You will also be booking parties into strangers. We call that Strangerville. And nothing feels better than when your friend Julie has a party. You do her party. She invites her cousin in Kentucky and her old high school friend in California, and maybe an old neighbor that now lives in Miami. And the 3 of them book a party, and all of a sudden you're into total Strangerville. And that's when you really feel like you can be yourself. That's when you really feel you've branched out and are now have opportunity to really grow your business. Also, when you do 5 parties, let me tell you, you're going to have a friend, you're going to have a customer, you're going to have somebody when you're talking about it want to join you in the business, and you're going to get that 5% pay raise. And we want that for you. Why not work the same amount and get paid more? Also, the fifth thing is you'll be earning in our Rich Rewards program. So let me share what that is. Our Rich Rewards program is our monthly free jewelry program. It is one of the most amazing things about being a stylist at Park Lane Jewelry. Yes, we love commission. Hello, that's why we're doing it. But ladies, men, we can earn free jewelry every single month. So here's the way our Rich Rewards program works. There are 5 levels. Level 1 is, and it happens every month, when you submit $1,000 in sales in the first 2 commissionable weeks of the month, you get $250 in free jewelry. Amazing. So $1,000 in the first 2 commissionable weeks of the month, and you get $1,000. Excuse me, you get $250 in free jewelry. That's level 1. Level 2, in the entire month, when you submit $2,500, you get that month's designer ensemble. So what is that? Every month, Park Lane announces a new piece that we can earn as a stylist for free that will then be introduced to the customers the following month. Okay. So when you sell $2,500, that's level 2, you get that next month's designer ensemble. And guess what? You don't have to go buy it. You get to sell it. Level 3 is when you submit $4,000 the entire month, you get $300 in free jewelry. Okay. And all these are retroactive. You get all are cumulative. Level 4 and 5 are based on sponsoring, bringing people in the business. So level 4 is when you bring 2 people in, then you earn another $300 in free jewelry. They have to get qualified, which is $1,000 in sales. Level 5 is another 2. So it's a total of 4 in the month of new people joining your team. And you earn another $300 in jewelry, free jewelry. So as you can see, as a stylist at Park Lane, you can earn anywhere from $250 to $1,100 in free jewelry every single month. And this is one of the things that I was super passionate about when I joined Park Lane, because I knew that women want to keep commissions in their pocket. And this is a program that allows them to still get giveaways, refresh their jewelry, maybe keep some for themselves, whatever, on Park Lane's dime. And you get to keep the commission in your pocket. So that's an amazing thing. And that's one of the things that I can guarantee you, when you've done 5 parties, you're going to be earning in our Rich Rewards program. So that's an amazing thing. Okay. So that's what 5 parties will do for you. Who wants 5 parties? Like, type a 1 in the comments. If you are like, I want 5 parties, I'm going to go book 2 or 3 prior to my launch. I'm going to do my launch, and then we're going to get 2 to 3 booked after, because we're going to ask every single person that joins. Okay. That's you. Type a 1 in the comments. I want to see some declarations. All right. Now let's talk about, how do we get those parties booked? Okay. Because you're like, I know I want to, I know what I need to do, but what do I do? So first of all, I mentioned you want to do your launch party. Secondly, I want you thinking of who your low-hanging fruit are. Let me explain what that is. Your low-hanging fruit are maybe like your best friend, your sister, your mom, maybe it's your work wife, whoever that is, that you can literally pick up the phone and say, hey, look, I just decided I'm going to be a stylist at Park Lane Jewelry. I'm so excited. I got introduced to the jewelry from another party or a friend, and I'm obsessed. And you're going to be one of my first hostesses. So pull out your calendar. Okay. There are like 1 or 2 of those people, your mom, your sister, your bestie, you know who they are. Okay. Ask them, tell them. Those people will help you. In addition to that, I share with you guys, I'm going to say it again because I'm so passionate about it. If you will go into the first 7 days board, and you will go into reach out to your top 10, and if you will use the sample words to book parties, it will work. I challenge each one of you to reach out to 10 people prior to your launch in order to get 2 to 3 parties booked. And then what did I say? There are actually words to say if they say no. Maybe they're busy right now. But guess what? All you're going to say is, no problem. I totally get it. You can come to my launch party. It's coming up. I'll show the jewelry, share the sale, and we'll have giveaways. Would you like an invite? Perfect. So reach out to 10 prior to your launch party with those words, and you've got the follow-up words. Typically, people won't say no twice, because they're like so excited to help you. They just might not be able to do a party right now. And so they'll be for sure going, yeah, I'll come to her launch, and then they're probably going to shop. Okay. So now you've just caught some people in. So low hanging fruit, your top 10 people, you've got your launch party, and then we're going to book from your party. Okay. So here's another thing I want to share that you have at your fingertips. It's another one of the programs that Park Lane has that I want you to use to book parties. It is called our Fast 50s. Okay. What are these? You as a stylist have the opportunity to gift each hostess an additional $50 or $100 in free jewelry. Okay. It costs you $10 for 50, costs you another 10 for 100. So you are either paying $10 or $20 out of your pocket to incentivize your hostesses. One of the suggestions that was given to me that I highly suggest is to incentivize your first 5 hostesses. So when you look at these words in the boards app, they say, I was recently introduced to Park Lane Jewelry and I fell in love with the jewelry and the amazing customer sale. The jewelry is gorgeous, affordable, and a wonderful guarantee. I loved it so much, I decided to become a rep for them to earn extra income for fill in the blank. Maybe it's basketball lessons or, upcoming Disney trip, or maybe it's to pay for college, whatever. Because you're so stylish, or whatever reason you want to say about her, and love a good deal, I'd love to shower you with some free jewelry shopping as one of my debut hostesses. As a thanks for helping me get my business going, I'm throwing in an extra $100 in free jewelry from me for being one of my first 3 debut hostesses, or first 5 debut hostesses you pick. Okay. I have this date available and that date available. So with the Fast 50s, again, it's your discretion to offer these to any hostess, but she doesn't know and you don't have to, but you are making the choice that you are willing to offer your first 3 or your first 5 an extra $100 in free jewelry for being one of your debut hostesses. When you give people a carrot, many of them will grab on like, well, yeah, I want to be one of those. And I'm going to hurry and tell her because I want to be one of the first that gets it. Okay. Let's say you have 6 people tell you yes. Guess what? You can still give 6 people a Fast 50. It doesn't have to be just 5. It's totally your discretion. Here is another pro tip that I want to suggest to you. When you're reaching out to book your parties, you need to offer 2 dates. Okay. This is something I had to learn in the business. It is very tempting to say to somebody, when do you want to do your party? That is a very stressful decision to make. When you pull out a calendar, it's overwhelming. It's like, got 30 days to choose from. But when you come to somebody and you say, I've got the 15th and the 18th available, do one of those work for you? Guess what? They go look at the 15th, they can go look at the 18th, and they can give you an answer. So it is a pro tip. You always want to offer 2 dates. If they come back and say neither one of those work, come back with one more date. What about the 20th? Typically, they will take that date. Okay, so that is a pro tip that I suggest to everybody that I utilize myself. Somebody taught me back in the day. So those are the ways you're going to book your first 5 parties. Because guess what? I want you having all the success possible. 1 party a week for your first 5 weeks. You are going to feel like $1 million. You are going to have money coming out of your pockets. You are going to be dripping in all this free jewelry, and you are going to be happy as a clam and probably well on your way to our next incentive trip, which is Cabo. Who wants to go there? All of us do. Type a 2 in the comments if you want to go to Cabo. And when you're a new stylist, guess what? Your first 6 weeks in business, you get double points for our Cabo trip. So if you want to go to Cabo, tell your stylist and make sure she works with you so that you 2 can get a plan together to get as many parties booked so that we can make that happen for you. Okay, so let me talk about a few things after your launch, and we're going to wrap it up. After your launch, you're actually going to be able to turn that launch group into your VIP page. You can call it your style boutique. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But it is kind of what we call your VIP group. And that is a group that you can continue to advertise, post-market, after all your parties, get additional people moved into that group, etc. You can share our style drops. You can share our deals. You can go live once a month and do your own party in the group. Many of our stylists go live weekly, every other day, all the things, and you're going to learn tips as you go on. But that is something that you can do is turn that into your VIP page. One of the things I suggest doing in there, and you can do this while your launch is going on, go into that group when you've got all these people in there that are watching you and excited, and go live. Share a little bit about why you decided to join Park Lane. Share what you're excited about. Be vulnerable, be authentic. People want to know why you are doing it. When there is a why behind something, people want to support more. So if it is for college tuition, or to get your 16-year-old a car, or maybe your spouse is taking a pay decrease due to all the things going on within our country right now, whatever it is, be real, because guess what? Everybody else has their issues too. And this may just be an answer for one of them as well. So hold on, let me look at this really quickly. If you do this after your party, share with them how well your party went, or do both. Announce in the beginning why you're excited, go live again, announce how your party went. You can talk about our hostess plan in there. You can talk about how when we get to 10 orders, you get $40 per order. That's $400 free. People don't know unless you tell them. And then again, you can advertise that you're giving your first hostesses the Fast 50s and extra $100 in free jewelry, and you just don't know who might respond. Now, is that the way I suggest you book parties? No. We're going to review that one more time. I suggest you go into the first 7 days of being a stylist in boards, click on number 8, which is reach out to your top 10, and there are words to say. So you've noticed I've said that 3 times. That's the most important thing to do. Okay, so how do we keep your business going? Every week, we suggest reaching out to 10 people to continue to ask people to book parties. One of the skills that we work really hard on in our team is helping you guys with the sandwich booking method. Okay, it is a 3 reach out system that helps you reach out, reconnect, and follow up again. And in our boards app, not in the new stylist section, there is a booking section. Okay. And when you click on the booking section, it talks about our sandwich booking method. You can click on that and it says, what is the sandwich booking method? I'm not really going to get into it right now, but the way you keep the booking going outside of just your parties is you make a commitment to yourself that you're going to ask 10 people a week, and you're going to follow our booking sandwich method in our boards app, use the words that we provide for you. And by doing that, you will continuously be filling your calendar. That's one way. The second way is learning to book from your parties. So one of the key things that I want to stress is every single shopper at your launch, every person that sends a wish list over, regardless of how big the wish list was, how small it was, how many carts they wanted, how few items they wanted, every single person you need to ask. I am so excited that you love the jewelry. Would you like to be one of my debut hostesses? I will gift you an extra $100 in free jewelry. What do you think? Every single person through text message, you ask. And I want you messaging me when it works, because I guarantee it will work. Not every single person, but it will work when you ask all of them. So that's a huge suggestion from every single party. That's how you book from parties. Another thing I want to point out in our boards app under the new Stylist Training, let me get to it. There is, okay, hold on a second. Okay, hold on. I was going to show you where our sample party is so that you can, my goodness, I'm sorry, you guys, this is taking me a quick second. I should have had this written down. Oh, I know where it is. Darn it. It is in our, oh my goodness, I hate that I'm live and I'm having to, okay. In our online party scripts, okay, if you're in our boards app, there's the online party scripts. When you click on it at the bottom, there is the perfect party presentation. That perfect party presentation is a video on how we suggest doing your parties so that you are making comments throughout the party on booking, on sponsoring, on building their wish list, on how our sale works, etc. That is a great video to watch prior to you doing your party. So I wanted to draw your attention to that as well. Okay, so last couple of little things. Make sure that you've joined our team Facebook groups. You're clearly in the Treasure Tribe. We've got a photo bank. There's also a photo bank in our boards. You want to join our Park Lane Stylist community, and maybe you're a part of another team that you would like to join the Facebook groups on. Also, I want to share with you what our weekly training schedule is, because we don't want this to be your wham bam, that's it on your training. Of course, there's lots of training within boards, but we have live training every week. So on Monday, we have our Treasure Talk, and our Treasure Talk is at noon Central Time. It's every single Monday. You'll receive an email. You'll receive a 15-minute reminder that it's going on. It's on Zoom. You can join in our Facebook group, or you can join live on Zoom. It is a phenomenal call every week, a different topic. I highly, highly recommend. And you also will get an email with the recording. So if you work during the day, which most of us do, that would be the one call I would suggest to listen to on your commute. Listen to it recorded while you're doing your makeup, while you're making dinner, whatever. They are phenomenal. Every single day during the week, we also have a power hour. This is an hour where there is a Zoom link. Many of us get on together. There's a little rah-rah in the beginning. We mute the lines and we all work together. Okay. It is just a really wonderful way to hold yourself accountable, not play with your phone, not get distracted with your kids because you're on this power hour. Those hours are posted in this Treasure Tribe page. So know that that's available every day. You may be on another team that may have a coffee talk, a coffee chat during the week. That your sponsor can share that with you. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think, every Thursday in our Learn More About Park Lane Jewelry, Learn More About Life as a Stylist. It's another Facebook group that is for anybody interested in learning a little bit about Park Lane before they actually join. And every week on Thursdays, we have a live to share about Park Lane, where people can go in, they can be a fly on the wall, they can hear one of our amazing stylists and her stories, share how this has impacted her life. So if you've got people that you would like to join you in the business, that is a great page to add them to. And then also know that we go live in there weekly on Thursday afternoons. I think it's 6 Central Time, in order to have a personal story shared. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much. I know it's a lot. It's 40 minutes of information, but it's all the basics to get you started. So your homework is what? Guess what? Download boards, print your glam plan, get your launch scheduled, and go to, you know me, now you know me pretty well. We are going to go to New Stylist Training, your first 7 days, and reach out to your top 10, to your top 10. And you're going to reach out to 10. You're going to get those 2 to 3 parties booked before your launch party. So thank you guys so much for joining. I hope this has been helpful. Feel free to message me directly if you have any questions, and have an awesome night. Bye.